What if I told you the biggest reactions to Messi's MLS Cup win didn't come from America, but from Barcelona and Real Madrid stars themselves? Why are football's fiercest rivals suddenly united and divided over one man's victory? Today we uncover the hidden drama behind the messages, the praise and the subtle jabs shaking the football world. I'll wait till you hear the one reaction no one expected. Stay right where you. I will explain everything in this video, step by step. Don't skip it. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because the football world is shaking once again, and the tremors are coming straight from the United States. Lionel Messi has just lifted the MLS Cup, and the reactions from Barcelona and Real Madrid stars are flying in like rockets on Derby night. As the final whistle blew and Messi held that trophy high, the world watched. Some in awe, some in disbelief, and some with that classic rivalry fire burning in their eyes. And trust me, the stars from both sides of El Clásico did not hold back. From Barcelona's camp, the love poured in like a flood. Former teammates, past legends and rising talents all jumping online, praising the magician who once lit up the Camp Nou with every touch of the ball. You can almost hear the nostalgia, the pride. That's our go energy surging through their words. For them, Messi winning the MLS Cup is like reliving the glory days, the passes, the dribbles, the unstoppable brilliance that defined the era. But hold on, because the Real Madrid side, the reactions are priceless. A blend of respect, rivalry and just a hint of here we go again. Some players congratulated him with class, others threw in a sly smile or a cheeky remark. Because no matter where Messi goes, the rivalry follows him like his shadow. It's Real versus Barça energy rolling into the MLS, and the football world is loving it. This isn't just about one trophy. This is about a legend adapting, battling and proving yet again that the fire inside him hasn't dimmed one bit. Remember, Messi came into a league where many doubted if he could maintain his magic, and boom, he delivered. Carried his team, turned games around, inspired his squad and lifted a league that suddenly feels a whole lot more global. And the reactions from his old rivals, that's the cherry on top. Because when Barcelona and Real Madrid stars both jump in the conversation, you know, history's been made. From the chants of American fans to the echoes of El Clásico banter, Messi's MLS Cup win has become a worldwide celebration. A reminder that greatness doesn't retire, it just changes stadiums. So stay tuned, stay locked in and keep your eyes on the football universe, because with Lionel Messi, the story never ends. It only gets better. Messi's MLS Cup victory sparks massive reactions from both Barcelona and Real Madrid stars, showcasing how his legacy still unites and divides football's greatest rivalry. The moment that trophy rose into the American night sky, it wasn't just Inter Miami. Fans celebrating. It was a global football family watching the ripple effect. Barcelona stars were immediately swept by a wave of pride, remembering the countless nights when Messi dragged them to victory with a single moment of genius. For them, seeing Messi win again feels like a continuation of a story they lived through. A reminder of the golden era he shaped with every touch, pass and breathtaking goal. Their reactions carry warmth, admiration, and the kind of respect only earned by witnessing greatness up close. Many of them trained with him, played alongside him and understood better than anyone how impossible it is to replicate what he brought to the pitch. Their messages aren't just congratulations, they're emotional echoes of shared battles, shared triumphs and shared memories of a man who became more than a teammate. On the other side, Real Madrid stars also found themselves drawn into the moment, but with a tone forged through years of fierce competition. They watched Messi torment their defences, silence their home crowds, and challenge their dominance over and over again. Their reactions come from a place where rivalry and respect collide, because even in the heat of El Clásico wars, they could never deny the magnitude of Messi's talent. Some responses have a touch of humour, a bit of that playful rivalry attitude, reminding everyone that this competitive fire never truly dies. Others carry a more serious tone, acknowledging how Messi continues to defy expectations by succeeding in every environment he steps into. The fact that Real Madrid players feel compelled to respond shows just how deeply Messi influenced not only their careers but the identity of their club battles. The reactions from both sides highlight something profound about Messi, his journey, his ability to unify and polarize in equal measure. Barcelona supporters see him as their eternal icon, the living heartbeat of their great years. Real Madrid followers, while still competitive, can't escape the truth that he pushed their club to evolve, adapt and fight harder. Messi's MLS Cup win becomes more than a personal achievement, becomes a mirror reflecting decades of football history. It reminds us how one player became the central figure of rivalry watched by billions. It proves that Messi's relevance isn't tied to a particular league or continent. His influence travels with him. His victory pulls reactions from Spain, Europe and beyond, because his story is intertwined with the identity of two of the biggest clubs in the world. Even now, the rivalry lives on through social media posts, interviews and emotional tributes. His win sparks debates, nostalgia and admiration, showing that no matter where Messi goes, he carries the weight of history and the attention of fiercest rivals, proving again that legacy is not a place, it's a force. That follows him everywhere he steps. Barcelona players express deep pride and nostalgia, celebrating Messi's continued success as a continuation of his iconic era at the Camp Nou. For them, watching him win the MLS Cup is like watching a familiar story unfold on a new stage, as if the same magic they witnessed for years has simply shifted to a different stadium, a different league, but with the same brilliance intact. Many of these players grew up beside Messi, learned from him, and built their own careers around his ability to change a match with a single touch. Their reactions come from a place that mixes admiration with memory, because they aren't just seeing a former teammate lift another trophy, they're remembering all the moments when Messi lifted them, their club, and their hopes during crucial European nights and fierce domestic battles. Every message from Barcelona's side holds a piece of that shared past, a connection forged through years of training sessions, celebrations and comeback victories sparked by Messi's unmatched creativity. For the younger Barcelona stars who didn't play with him for long, or perhaps only in the later stages of his career, the pride comes from witnessing what they always believed, that Messi's greatness isn't limited to La Liga or European football. They watched him dominate training, saw how effortlessly he controlled the tempo, and felt the weight of what it meant to share a pitch with someone who defined a generation. Seeing him continue this dominance in the MLS reassures them that legends don't fade, they evolve. Their congratulatory messages often carry tones of inspiration, as if Messi's win reaffirms their belief that excellence knows no borders. For them, his victory becomes a reminder of what is possible through consistency, work ethic, and an unwavering commitment to the craft. Veteran Barcelona figures, some now retired or playing elsewhere, express a deeper emotional connection. They saw Messi arrive as a quiet young boy, watched him grow into a global superstar, and witnessed firsthand how his presence transformed Barcelona into one of the greatest teams in football history. To them, Messi's MLS Cup win isn't just another trophy, it's the continuation of a legacy that began at La Masia and blossomed on the grandest stages in Europe. Their messages often reflect gratitude, a sense of honour that they were part of his journey, even if just for a chapter. They speak of his humility, his leadership, his ability to inspire without saying much, and how even in moments of pressure, he carried the team with calmness and clarity that few athletes possess. Barcelona fans, players and legends all share the same sentiment. Wherever Messi goes, he carries a piece of the club with him. Their pride isn't rooted only in his success, but in the fact that his journey began with them, that their badge was the first he made legendary. Watching him win again, even in a different continent, rekindles emotions tied to unforgettable seasons, record-breaking campaigns, and magical nights that shape modern football. Messi's MLS Cup triumph feels like a reminder that greatness doesn't retire from memories, and for Barcelona's start, it reinforces why his legacy remains woven into the identity of the club, reminding everyone that no matter where he plays, the spirit of Barca travels with him. Real Madrid stars respond with a mix of respect, rivalry and cheeky competitive energy, proving that Messi's brilliance still fuels El Clásico tensions worldwide. For them, Messi's MLS Cup win triggers a flashback to countless battles where he single-handedly shifted the momentum of matches that were supposed to go Madrid's way. The reactions aren't just casual compliments, they carry that familiar tone of acknowledging a worthy adversary, someone who pushed them to their limits and forced them to elevate their game year after year. Many Madrid players spent entire seasons preparing specifically for how to stop Messi, analysing his movements, studying his patterns, only to watch him break through defensive lines with the kind of ease that left even the most experienced defenders shaking their heads. So when they congratulate him now, there's an undercurrent of respect born from the scars of those unforgettable confrontations. Some Madrid stars respond with a playful edge, that subtle banter that always existed in the rivalry. A comment here, a light joke there, is their way of saying, you got us again, but with a smile instead of frustration. Because even though the rivalry was fierce, there was always admiration for Messi's consistency and professionalism. He wasn't just another opponent, he was the standard they measured themselves against. Players who battled him for years understand how rare it is for someone to dominate in Europe, then cross the ocean and lift a new team to championship heights. Their remarks often reflect an understanding that greatness doesn't diminish with distance or age. And seeing Messi succeed in the MLS serves as proof that his talent transcends leagues, styles and continent. Younger Real Madrid players who grew up watching Messi on TV before facing him on the pitch react with a blend of excitement and disbelief. To them, Messi wasn't just a rival, he was a figure who defined an era of football they admired even while supporting the opposite side. Watching him continue to win titles reinforces the mythos they grew up hearing, the stories of Clásicos where Messi turned stadiums silent, the finals where he stepped up when it mattered most, the moments that made him one of the most feared opponents in the world. Their responses often sound like athletes witnessing the last chapters of a legend. They never expected to keep writing new ones. Then there are the veterans, those who shared the pitch with Messi during the peak of the rivalry. Their reactions come heavy with history, grounded in the reality that no player challenged Real Madrid quite like Messi did. They remember afternoons in the Bernabeu when Messi dismantled entire defensive structures with a single run, nights in the camp, knew where he dictated the tempo like a conductor orchestrating a symphony. They understand that his MLS Cup win isn't just another medal added to a collection, a continuation of the relentless excellence they had to face for more than a decade. Even now, miles away from Spain, Messi's triumph sparks discussions in Madrid circles, stirring old debates and reigniting the spirit of competition that defined so many seasons. Real Madrid players responding to Messi's win reflects something deeper than rivalry. It shows how profoundly he affected the identity of their club sporting battles. Their mix of humour, respect and competitive spark shows that even in a different league, Messi still influences their mindset, still stirs emotions, still reminds them why El Clásico became one of the greatest spectacles in sports. Messi's triumph highlights his adaptability, relentless drive and ability to dominate in any league, reinforcing his status as a global football phenomenon. His MLS Cup win serves as fresh evidence that no matter where he plays or what challenges he faces, he carries the same hunger that defined his rise from a young talent in La Masia to a world-renowned figure. This victory demonstrates that Messi doesn't rely on familiarity or comfort to succeed. He thrives in new environments, mastering different styles of play and adjusting to diverse tactical demands while still producing moments of pure brilliance. When Messi arrived in the United States, many questioned whether he could maintain the same influence he had in Europe, whether the speed, intensity and physicality of MLS would slow him down or dull his impact. Instead, he transformed matches, elevated teammates and brought a level of composure and creativity that reshaped expectations around what a superstar can accomplish after leaving the European spotlight. His adaptability is not just about changing leagues, it's about understanding the pulse of every team he joins. Messi reads games with unmatched intelligence, making players around him better by providing vision, leadership and a sense of belief. Even with new teammates, new systems and new challenges, he integrates seamlessly, proving once again that football intellect is just as crucial as physical skill. His MLS performances highlighted the same artistry that defined his Barcelona years: precise dribbling, impossible passes and clinical finishing, but also introduced a new layer of maturity, a guiding presence that helped younger players grow and older players rediscover confidence. This ability to uplift an entire squad shows why he remains such a powerful force regardless of the league's style or competitive level. His relentless drive comes from a deeply ingrained desire to win, not for individual glory but for the collective success of the team. Every match in the MLS season showed his willingness to run, to press, to organise attack, to drop deep when needed and to surge forward when the moment called for it. Critics who expected a relaxed or diminished version of Messi were met with a player who remains as committed as ever to delivering excellence. His determination reflects a mindset shaped over decades of competing at the highest level, a mindset that doesn't fade with age but seems to sharpen with each new challenge he embraces. Messi's global influence is felt not only through his performances but through the reactions he inspires. Fans across continents tuned into MLS games just to watch him. Stadiums sold out months in advance. Young players modelled their style after him, and professionals from all football cultures acknowledge that his presence raised the league's profile. The magnitude of his impact transcends trophies, yet lifting the MLS Cup symbolises everything he continues to bring to the sport. It validates his decision to seek a new challenge, reinforces his belief in leading by example, showcases that even outside Europe's elite competitions, his ability to dominate remains untouched. His triumph becomes a reminder that greatness isn't confined to a single league or era. Messi has proven time and again that he's not defined by the past but continues to shape the present with artistry, consistency and passion. Each title he wins in a new environment strengthens his legacy, proving that his brilliance isn't situational but universal. A gift to football that adapts to every pitch he steps on. Thank you for listening and don't forget to like and subscribe.